Fubara, I saw commissioner that was sworn in on social media saying he did not beg to return. Nwibu Basa says, can you imagine? I know that there are a lot of commissioners that resigned under Fubara because they were actually Nwike's allies, Nwike's loyalists, okay? And some of them have left, a lot of them have resigned and said they can't work with Fubara, okay? And now Fubara is reappointing people, and one of them was reappointed again, and someone saw him in social media saying he did not beg to return, meaning that Fubara probably must have begged him to come back. He didn't beg to return, so he didn't apologize to Fubara or anybody. They just called him and reappointed him. How did that happen? Or is it that Nwike just called Fubara, get that guy back or not? I don't understand. So let's get into the details and see exactly what Nwibu Basa is trying to say. Former Commissioner for Employment and Economic Empowerment in Rivers State, Dr. Leilonu Nwibu Basa, has expressed disappointment that the commissioners who had earlier resigned from Governor Similarly Fubara's cabinet have returned after he revealed how he saw one of the commissioners on social media saying that he did not beg the governor to return. Can you imagine? So Nwibu Basa had said, but looking at yesterday, I would state clearly that it was the height of shame or the show of shame by people who stated in their resignation that they were resigning from Fubara's cabinet for personal reasons and based on personal convictions. So the question is, has the conviction changed between the time that they took that decision and now that they are returning to the State Executive Council? One of the commissioners that was sworn in yesterday, I happened to see him on social media saying that he didn't go back to beg the governor to return. However, saying that he went back on presidential directive. Can you imagine? So meaning that it was Buhari, it was Tinubu that brought him back, or it was Tinubu that told Fubara to return that person. So Nwibu Basa, who spoke during an interview on Arise TV, faulted President Bola Tinubu for how he interfered with the crisis in the river. So the way it is now, it is quite obvious that Fubara is under the control of Tinubu already. So if this guy is saying that he did not beg to return, but rather he returned based on presidential directive, so meaning that it was Tinubu that must have called Fubara to say, bring that guy back. Or Tinubu that must have called the guy through Wike and say, get ready to go back, we need you in that government. So whether we like it or not, this commissioner we're talking about is still a loyalist to Wike and Tinubu, rather than being loyal to Fubara. So Fubara is supposed to be smart and watching his back, because the way things are going, he is going to be incapacitated as a governor. They are going to make him like somebody who, like a weakling, like a puppet. Okay, they dictate for him, they tell him what to do, and if he fails to do that, they make the system uncomfortable and ungovernable for him. So he really needs to watch his back and watch what he's doing, because it's not getting sweeter at all. This guy, just like some people are saying that this guy is an APC person, let's leave matter for Matthias. This guy is an APC person. I would not be surprised if this guy tomorrow defects to APC. Automatically, the state will become APC state, just like David Umahi did in Ebonyi State when he was the governor. The same way that Ben Ayade did in Cross River State when he was the governor as well. People that will carry the ticket of one party to get the position, and after getting the position, they defect to another party. Very bad move. Okay. So people are already reacting to the observation that was made on social media by Leilonu Nwibu Basa. And somebody said, that's Nwike's boys for you. Very arrogant, like father, like son. The returned commissioners are simply shameless. That's on their own part. Somebody said, God will fight for Governor Fubara. I'll give him second tenure. Disgrace his enemies and raise him higher in Jesus' name. Amen. Somebody's praying for Fubara, but Fubara also need to play his card very well. Shame to all of them for becoming a fool to themselves and their families. History will always remember them as men that were controlled by greed, and from now onward, every word from their mouth is not to be allowed, not to be followed or believed. Emeka Wike, who made that senseless statement, was a chief of staff for 8 years in Rivers State. Okay, but today he is scrambling to be a commissioner. What a shameless man. Okay, so is Emeka Wike or Wike? They have seen the person that made that statement. Fubara is wiser than Wike. How? Because I don't see the way I'm looking at Fubara. Well, everybody is wise, everybody is smart. That office is not for a dullard, but then I just hope that this guy has not been tied hands and legs such that he's not able to move or take action without presidential interference. Because that's obviously the level this matter is getting to. Not a good one. After Supreme Court's judgment, it is now time for Fubara to take over its government. You have the resources to buy anyone buyable, including the mountain Wiki. Can you imagine? Tinubu is here to disorganize our democratic terrain and eventually change it to monarchy system of administration. Can you imagine? Are you blaming the president or this spineless or spineless and lily-livered governor? Really spineless. Okay, who is busy appointing unrepentant enemies into his cabinet. Obviously, what you know, presidential directive indeed from FCT Minister Wright, Abi. Yes. So it's a presidential directive. Meanwhile, it could have been Wike that issued that instruction to Fubara to absorb those people back, or issue that instruction to those people to get back and get reabsorbed. Oh, wow. It's a pity River State is dead and buried under Fubara. Are you sure? They are fools and continue to be fools. Shame unto them. If Edo people said Edo not be Lagos and stood their ground, is Rivers only we full of Wike artist? I mean a Wike courtist? Is Rivers governor ordinary boo-boo? We ordinary boo-boo. Okay? That the teeming youth in Rivers cannot protect. When Osiki apologized to Nigerians and refused to apologize to Fubara, I thought power belongs to the people after God. You should be wary of violence. Please promote peace, Mr. Commissioner. Okay. Oh. So that is what is happening there. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.